Welcome back to the King's Legacy podcast. Super pumped to have you here with me today. If this is our first time meeting, my name is Rich James Jackson, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit more about my journey of how I've got here, and in particular, how I turned my marriage around in less than 90 days. So hopefully you can learn some golden nuggets and apply them straight away in your world. Number one, the very first thing I did was I realigned myself with my mission. And for a little bit of context, I built a successful fitness business and it was full of amazing humans and it was doing well. But at my deepest level, at my deepest layer, I knew I wasn't operating from a fully aligned space. I had a call in to help guys who were going through exactly what I was going through. And it was outside of the realm of just fitness. So it made sense for me to step away and sell our gym. And this helped me realign all my energy, all my input into my primary mission. So number one, realigned myself with my mission. Number two, I learned to master difficult conversations. And this was quite confronting. This still is and still can be quite confronting. But we were forced to pull all the skeletons out of the closet. We were forced to discuss the things that have potentially been pushed to one side for days, weeks, months, years, because they're ultimately the things that build resentment when you leave them there. We pulled the skeletons out of the closet. We had the chats around it all. We figured it all out in terms of what it meant, what we could learn from it, what we could understand from it now. And I can 100% confirm that it is the fastest way to lose at least 10 kilos from the shoulders and almost to feel instantly lighter. Having those difficult conversations and not leaving them there to fester. Number three, I made a weekly connection check-in a priority. And what that meant was it was essentially meant reviewing the week that had been and also learning from it, understanding it and unpacking it together, what challenges we faced, and actually planning for the week ahead. So thinking to ourselves okay, how do we win the next 7 days? So there's no more feeling like we were always on the back foot. And if you've got children, sometimes you open your eyes and you feel like you're on the back foot straight away. This process eliminated that. There was no more drifting apart, feeling like we were just living in the same house. And there was just clarity straight away. So this made sure that we were both pouring into ourselves through our exercise and our workouts, pouring into ourselves through upskilling or reading or catching up with our friends. But this was done by installing a system to do so. And it's what we call the weekly connection check-in. Number four, we designed a shared vision so we know what we're working toward together for the next 12 months, for the next 3 years, for the next 10 years. And before this, we were just talking about what's for dinner, what's for tea. And at max length, we were talking about what's going on the weekend. And now we actually have direction, and it didn't even take that long to do. So number four, we designed a shared vision. Number five, this is probably the one that has the biggest impact. And it was, I essentially learned how Maddie feels loved. And it sounds super cheesy. It sounds super corny saying it right. And it should be straightforward. You've been married for years, and it's not. And this is the problem, because the way she feels the most loved is very different to the way I feel it. So instead of just assuming that she feels loved every single day, every single week, every single month, I built a system, and it's what we call compound love. And it's something that we installed, and it's a process that we do 3 times per week to make sure I pour into Maddie's love tank. And by doing so, how often do you think we have the surface level arguments anymore? Or if we do have a disagreement, how fast do you reckon it gets turned around? Because we're essentially both operating from a place where we both feel loved. And off the back of this, our relationship is better than it's ever been, which is crazy. But there has been zero luck involved. I've watched heaps of my friends' relationships and marriages break down, and it kills me, and I do not want to see anymore. And the biggest mistake that I see that's happening out there right now, and the thing that I did as well, is I lost myself. I lost my mission and I lost my edge. I was essentially overworking to provide, but I felt stuck in a business that I no longer found fulfilling, while my marriage was slowly crumbling. And I was just suppressing, I was just pushing down all my emotions, saying that everything is okay, when looking back, it really wasn't. Thanks for tuning in today, and hopefully some of these steps can help you and you can install these straight away in your life and in your marriage to turn things around. If this episode resonated with you in any way, shape or form, feel free to reach out to me at Rich James Jackson on Instagram. Until next time.